Greetings and welcome to ValueU. I'm Zaladrith and I'll be your instructor for today. Today's class is Mechanics 110, Spray Control. Spraying in a shooter is when you fire many bullets as fast as possible, usually resulting in inaccuracy. A common usage would be spray and pray, where you make up for aim and skill by putting as many bullets in the air as you can and just hoping they hit. Therefore, spray control is when you use your knowledge of how inaccuracy increases as you fire faster to remain as accurate as possible while still pumping out a bunch of bullets. First, let's turn on the shooting inaccuracy chart in the settings. Yellow bars here mean inaccuracy from spraying, and blue bars mean inaccuracy from moving while shooting, which we'll cover in another lesson. For these examples, I'm going to use the Phantom, and I'll recommend that you practice exclusively with the Phantom for now. Now I'm going to simply hold fire for a few seconds and then let go without moving my mouse at all. Pay careful attention to where my bullets go relative to my crosshair. That's right, bullets shoot above your crosshair as you go deeper in your spray due to weapon recoil, up to a maximum number of degrees above where you were originally aiming. Also note that even though the bullets cluster around a fixed point relative to the crosshair, the bullet spread does get worse as you get deeper into the spray. Some games like CSGO have fixed spray patterns that can be precisely counteracted, but in Valorant they are truly random, so the only way to be truly accurate is to not spray at all. Now I'm going to do it again, but this time pay careful attention to my crosshair. Notice that the crosshair itself does rise a bit and then starts swaying left and right after about 7 bullets. Gun sway timing is also random and can only be counteracted reflexively, which is extremely difficult and not yet worthwhile to practice. So you basically don't really want to spray more than 7 bullets unless you're at extremely close range, where the gun sway isn't enough to affect accuracy. So ignoring gun sway, we have about 7 bullets per spray that we can now attempt to control by pulling down your aim. The amount you have to pull your mouse down on your mouse pad is exactly the same regardless of how far away enemies are. After firing your 7 bullets, you need to wait a few moments to reset your spray before firing again. If you look closely at the 7 bullets on the chart, there is increasing spread, but the first 3 bullets are far more accurate than the rest. So to counteract this, you start by pulling down slowly for the first few bullets, then pull down steadily but quicker for the last 4. Here's what it looks like without firing. Keep practicing your spray control until you can land all 7 of your shots in the target at 10 meters, and work it into your practice routine until it becomes instinct. Crouching also affects spray in 2 main ways, decreasing the degree of crosshair movement and also tightening bullet spread. However, crouching affects movement by making you much slower, so you're essentially a sitting duck. When crouch spraying, spray control technique is a little different and easier. Rather than pulling down slow then fast, you start to crouch right after the first bullet, then do 1 quick pull down after the 3rd bullet. This is what it looks like without holding fire. Crouch spraying is actually a good technique to use when you want to commit to a fight to the death, and is more effective at close ranges, such as between 5 and 15 meters, because there are more advanced techniques to pick from that are superior at longer ranges. While it's more accurate, people tend to build a bad habit of reflexively always crouch spraying, to the point where they might even need to unbind crouch or rebind it to a different key, so be careful of growing too attached to crouch spraying. So in summary, when spraying, the crosshair rises and bullets fire above the crosshair. Pull down a fixed distance with your mouse every time you spray in order to control it. You get about 3 decently accurate bullets and about 4 controllable bullets in a spray before you need to reset your spray. Crouch spraying is more accurate but makes you easier to kill, thus making crouch spraying good when you want to fight to the death at close ranges between 5 to 15 meters. That's all for today's lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the lecturer or the TAs in the comments below. Thanks for attending, and we hope you enjoy your stay here at ValueU.